Welcome to SKUMCAST.
That's very, very pleasant, Eddie. Thank you.
Welcome back to the National Geographic podcast. we have a bird over here. I thought you were gonna do the bird noise.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
And then over here we have a bird with asthma.
Yeah.
He's also on crack too. Forgot to mention that one.
Round 2, fight.
Right.
Hey, that's
Dude,
copyright.
that was
Now
way
we're gonna
better.
get taken down. Good job, Aaron.
Get over here.
So yeah. Oh, before we into that second break, we were getting into deep stuff over there. I wanted to ask you guys.
How deep?
And I guess we talked about it during the break a little bit. You guys are busy as a band.
We're
I'm
a
gonna
little
flip
busy.
the questions. I'm gonna flip the questions. What's going on with you guys?
Yeah. So
A lot of shit, Aaron. A lot of shit.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
No, I like that. I like bands being busy right now.
Like I
It's a weird
haven't
time.
even been able to jerk off as
Well,
much.
wait, let me get to. Did you guys have any shows get canceled or anything lined up last year?
We never did anything yet. Like,
Yeah,
at
it
that
was.
point in
It
time,
was
no.
the thing that sucks is I was starting to talk to other bands and try to get people interested in doing a show. What I wanted was to have a house show for our first show,
Nice.
and I had a few bands set up for it. Like Exiled Martyr, they wanted to help with us. They wanted It's All Grizzly, One Way Sky.
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse Pony.
Oh, dude, in a fucking house show, bro.
Yeah,
that would have
so
been fucking.
we wanted to do
nuts.
that, and then COVID hit, so it canceled those plans, and that was supposed to be our first show, which it's crazy because a little bit of sensitive here. It's really appreciative of the stuff we've gotten, because a lot of people have our backs, like the Exiled guys, the Pony guys. It's All Grizzly, and we haven't even had our first show yet they welcomed us in, and they're all supporting us.
Yeah, that's cool. The material
Yeah.
you guys have been putting out has been fucking solid, man. So
Thank you.
That's really cool. I was kind of honestly, I'll be surprised. I was surprised. I knowing Corey, I was expecting absolute shit. Like, I'm just kidding. No, Corey's always been a really professional too. So I was in knowing that Corey was kind of showing me some stuff, and I knew that he's always been writing. So and I've known Corey for so long, so I knew that he wrote a lot of stuff like that. So that was really cool to know about that with you guys. So I was looking forward to hearing. But yeah, like I said, I was again surprised with what I heard, dude. There was some shreds in there. It was really, really great. The recording was really awesome. So it's awesome being here and seeing how you guys are doing it. Did you guys do most of those demos that I've heard? Like the first things that are in this? Because you just said you were recording somewhere else.
Yeah, so we kind of just started this routine recently. Before
Yeah, we're
we
like
would
month
go-
4 in on this
Yeah.
whole
Month 3.
process.
What?
We're like month 4 in on this whole process.
So like recently what we've been doing is we'll record demos here. We'll demo it here on the equipment we have. And that's just like scratch vocals, quick guitar, rough guitar, MIDI drums and bass. And we send that over to our buddy Riker Gillespie. We'll track with him over those scratch vocals. And then we'll take the tracking, and send it over to Jacob Miles.
Nice.
And Jacob Miles does the mixing and mastering.
Oh, dope.
Before we would just do it all with Riker. But yeah, that's been our recent routine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my pop punk is actually going to be done tracking with Riker and mixed and mastered by Riker.
What's like the main influence with that pop punk?
Blink
Just
182,
okay,
Sum 41, NoFX,
Okay, cool. Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah.
My girlfriend broke up with
Yeah.
Hey, what are you tuning in with that one?
C, drop C.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I can dig it. Yeah.
It's like a darker tone to it, but also still pop punk.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I used to play in drop C all the time. Exactly.
Yeah.
For that exact reason, because you can still get some, high end fun stuff, but at the end you can Kind of
Yeah.
get some deep stuff every once in a while with the chugs.
If anything, it's kind of turned into like turned into like me and Riker's project. If anything, because he will help me out with some lyrics, and then he actually came in with some backing vocals
Nice.
for the not backing vocals. He did like a pre-chorus before leading into the chorus. I did the vocals, guitar, and bass for it, but he'll put in the drums, and then he'll help with some lyrics here and there.
Yeah.
And he actually did like I said, the vocals for this on the pre-chorus. So it turned out a really cool, nice project. It sounds great.
Yeah.
So-
No, that's dope, dude. No,
Yeah.
I admire that, man, because it's fucking a weird time right now. So everyone.
I
keep 'em
actually
busy.
don't mind it because I mean I know this guy's been playing. Corey's been playing live a lot, and I know you have. Eddie hasn't really. I mean, you
Yeah.
kind of did.
Just a couple times.
I'm
I
actually-
have a little bit of experience.
I'm
very
actually
little.
yeah, and I'm like the very little out
Yeah.
of all you guys with experience
That's-
with live.
That's
but
a
as far
crazy
as, like,
thing about this
Oh, you've
band.
never played a show before?
No.
ever.
He's never played
Yeah.
a show.
I'm a
And,
little
like, you know
virgin.
my
Filled in a
history.
couple
I'm a little
times.
virgin boy
awesome,
pussy
bro.
right now.
That's
And then
awesome.
he's
Yeah.
also played only like a handful of times. Like
Yeah,
how many?
like I played at least like I would say 5. Like that's the most I have.
That's cool.
But
dude.
what was interesting was with us starting this thing with YouTube and podcasts and stuff, that was kind of more my territory. So I was more familiar with doing this kind of stuff with digital content. And I really didn't mind it because I love doing all this stuff. I love releasing all this digital content with music, podcasts, and videos. So it didn't matter to me because I never got to experience the live shows. So it was
right.
like, this was already like fun for me. And I get it with you guys. Like, oh, I miss live shows playing that. And I'm pretty sure it is like great. And like I said, I'm a still little virgin boy pussy with it.
Well,
But-
I mean, the thing is that you never got the traditional let's start a band, right?
Yeah.
You get 4 or 5 guys together. We write.
You work on a 30-minute set.
Well, that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
that's why I didn't start it, was because of that. Because I saw
Yeah.
everyone failing with like when they were young and not having any like you know.
It's still
Yeah, you-
fun to
you
do,
got it
though.
for-
Like, I
yeah.
mean, like you
In
don't
a
have
way.
to go
Like you're fortunate, but at the same time a little bit unfortunate because right now you're with something that's really steady. We have a routine. We're doing all this stuff, but it's also as bad as it sounds. Those bands that failed that you were in, it was still a lot of fun because you got the
I don't doubt
experience
that at
of
all.
it. Yeah,
I don't doubt the
So-
funness at all.
yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
I said before, I was just doing my own thing. I was
Mm-hmm.
producing my own stuff, and of course, it sounded like shit. But
Right.
like, I had fun doing it.
And honestly, dude, like 9 times out of 10, the reason why those bands fail is really just because of the lack of chemistry between them.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Because
Like-
at that age, you're too young to know or to really act a certain way and find your clique. You know, like
Right.
you have your high school friends or stuff like that, and they don't end up being your friends that you're gonna be with for the rest. You know, it's just people you went to school with. So you later find people that actually you really surround yourself with and really
Yeah.
click with, and that's when you figure out who that band is gonna be. Because back then you didn't really have a clue.
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I mean, like, fuck, dude. I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years. I mean, I can literally pinpoint the reasons as to why why either I got kicked out or why I left the band. I mean, I'm sure Aaron, you can do it too as well, Aaron. I'm assuming.
Yeah, when Jenny kicked me out.
Damn.
No, I'm just
That
kidding. They
was
didn't
ki-
kick me
I
out.
don't remember
They
that
didn't
part,
kick me out.
Corey.
I
Shots
left
fired.
the band. No, I'm
No,
just kidding.
no.
I just wanted to start.
Whoa.
I kicked
No.
myself out.
Yeah, I left
No,
the
you
band.
had me thinking there. I was just like, wait, did we?
No. I left the band. My truck broke down at that point. Remember Remember when we were driving home and my brakes went out?
Yep, I remember that shit.
It was fucking crazy, dude. I had this piece of shit truck, not just like.
And
on a
then
different
Roger had to
tangent.
come get us.
Yeah,
he was still
dude, it's
driving
fucking
Keenan
nuts.
home.
Yeah, my brakes went out on an old truck, but sorry to get on a different tangent. Just
Right.
kinda-
No.
But
But yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, like it's like Eddie said, you're fortunate, you're not fortunate at the same time. You're fortunate in the fact that, okay, we're trying something new, we're doing like a lot more online stuff, and that's really just adapting, which I feel like a lot of bands are doing, but kind of not doing it to the extent that we are. But then,
See, and I was already used to it. 'Cause
Right.
I was doing that shit already.
but like the usual, like I said, it was like usual, like 4 or 5 guys getting together. They write an EP. They work on their 15, 20, 30-minute set, right? They go play some shows. They go print out some merch, and they basically write the EP and then play shows for like 6 months before they start writing their next one.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of like a cycle of like the repeated cycle, which was typical.
Yeah. Do you guys plan to do? I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
there,
go
but
ahead.
Does you guys plan to do music videos?
Yes, we
Yes.
do. Yes, we do.
Yeah. You kind of have to, man.
Yeah.
You have to. You know,
Pretty
nowadays, you really do. It's such a huge thing, but it's like people need like the whole thing. You know, music is great, but you need like the visuals as well to back it up.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
we're kind of noticing at least in the stats that basically I'm pretty sure that would help us. I mean, it helped us when we were in Jenny when we had Reject out. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
you need the shit
what?
like
That made like 7,000 views, right?
Damn. I mean, by the time you guys were doing that, I wasn't in the group. By that point.
Oh shit, my bad.
No, that's cool.
No, okay.
Hey,
My
no,
apologies.
No, I honestly I had to dip out of the band at that point.
Yeah, after you kicked them
it was
out.
culmination.
No, we
if
didn't
we're gonna get into it real quick,
Sorry, you can tell
you
me,
guys
Corey.
went a different direction with the band. In the beginning, when I first met Keenan, I wanted to start a band. No joke, like As Blood Runs Black. Exactly, like you guys know As Blood Runs
What?
Black.
This doesn't relate to me at all.
No, not at all. And that's what my idea was like metalcore from like 2008. You know.
Okay.
JFAC, you know, fucking shit like that. That's what I wanted to do with the band.
Okay.
And I remember we were writing songs, and one day Keenan sent me something. He's like, hey, you know, we not tuned everything. We slowed everything down like half the BPMs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
this is the style we want to do now.
Oh yeah, this was
So I was
remember.
like, for
I
a
remember that.
while, I wanted to, you know what? I compared it to like having a girlfriend. You know, when everything you first get them, it's really exciting, and you're like, it's new. And you're like, yeah, this is really cool. And then like,
it got it
and then
wasn't
it's like,
it
do
was
I
your
want to
thing.
do this forever? You know, like after a while, I was like,
Do I really want to
Hey, no,
fuck this forever?
yeah, it was
Like,
like, you know, and
Honestly, like
Yeah.
it's okay because like honestly like I don't know how to categorize Jenny. Jenny was different than any band I've ever been in.
That was
It-
deathcore.
You shut the fuck up.
It was down tempo
you know what it
slam.
was? It was Immoralist. You ever heard that? You heard Immoralist?
Yeah, I've
right?
heard
That band?
Immoralist.
Yeah, it was like that. And I wish I got into that band at that point in time more. Because Keenan was showing me, and I was like, I really wasn't. I was so forming stories at that point in time. I was so
Yep.
like prog metal. But nowadays, I'm like, man, that would have been so fun if we really got into that. Because it's a fun show.
Yeah.
And that's what I really wasn't mindset on, was the concert and like how fun it is just to like be able to get into a pattern right away and be like, fuck yeah, and just start fucking jumping in the pit, as opposed to a prog song where you're just like, you know, watching the guy shred the whole time,
Yeah.
which is cool. But prog music is more for like when you're in your car, when you have headphones at home and you're tripping out on shrooms or whatever it be,
Yep.
you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, now that I get older, I miss the shows and, you know, obviously right now and shit like that. But
Well, yeah, I mean, fuck, I mean, we all do. We all do. But at the same time...
bands like that, dude, that's what needs to be happening. Like trap metal. That, you know what, honestly, I feel like trap metal's the future right now, bro.
Oh,
I will,
absolutely.
I will say it's crazy. This is a good spot to bring this up. Like it's kind of bittersweet because you get this genre trap metal, and it's so energetic. Like I've gone to shows and it's so energetic, but it's also kind of sad because you go to metal shows and you get those guys that try to act like they're too hard to show anything, so they got their arms crossed and they're just like slowly headbanging to it, and they're just watching the performance, and it's like, man, where's the pit? Where's the energy?
Yeah.
And then you go to a trap metal show, like you go to Ghostman, you go to City Morgue, and it's like the whole entire crowd is a pit. Like the entire crowd is a pit.
There's definitely those guys, and I would argue that that's definitely stemmed from racism, really. If we're being real. Anybody that like, oh, you can't mix rap with metal. Like, what? I think
So
those are fucking,
musicism?
yeah, some sort of. I feel like
Some sort of ism.
I think
Like-
it is. I think it is totally stemmed from that. But yeah, I think that's definitely the future because it's everything that's hype right now. It incorporates everything that's young. Even if you were to add in some electronic shit in there, people are like, oh fuck yeah, on the breakdown with the guy rapping over and shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we wanted to do this, where we had our side projects doing the other music that we like doing. So it's not just one specific audience.
Yeah.
It's gonna branch out to many
Pop
different.
punk will
ones.
be good,
it's
because
gonna-
people want to have fun again, man. They want to like jump around and shit like that.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because like we purchased someone to make a lyric video for us for Maximum Eclipse, our first EP, right? And then we had that released through Slam Worldwide.
Nice.
Well, in which case we were just kind of like, well, we all kind of do something aside from this, and basically we were like, okay, why don't we also release it through us, basically making ourselves kind of our own record label. We're still our band, but it's still just each of us, which is really fucking cool which I think is really fucking cool
that's
about
cool.
this.
That's cool. It makes the name Forsaken Scum a bigger thing, a bigger monster.
Right.
Exactly.
That's pretty much what we were trying to go for, because like we have the main band that we all like the music to, but not like that's not our main focus. Like I also like pop punk. He also likes trap. He also likes deathcore. So it's like then they can focus on slam, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like okay, so then he can make his own thing and release it under the same name. He can make his own thing, release it under the same name, and we can all like still get like
Clout.
Yeah,
audience from it.
the
Clout,
whole
there you
blanket,
go.
the whole
What the
umbrella
kids
of it.
call
But-
it.
So I was going to
Forsaken
ask,
Scum gets clout.
so what are you guys gonna present them as your name? So Forsaken Scum, colon.
It's just
Jacob
Forsaken.
Bishop,
No,
or-
it's like Forsaken Scum presents this band name.
You're gonna so
Yeah.
what your band name is, and then cool.
Yeah, so it's basically, and then when we distribute it, we throw it on as Forsaken Scum as the artist name,
right.
but then we put the feature
Presents.
as in my classroom featuring Intoxication
Yeah.
Corporation. I almost said fornication.
But still,
Let's not get that one mixed up.
there'll be this ultimate monster Forsaken Scum every once in a while. You
Yeah.
guys all come together.
Yeah.
release
Yeah.
under
So
this.
then you get people like say that name with this thing. It's like you have pop punk fans and they're like, have you heard of the band Forsaken Scum? They're a death metal band, but they have this pop punk thing. You should check this out.
Yeah.
And see what I find is absolutely beautiful, and I feel like this might end up being like the apex of this, but one can dream. I feel like honestly, like we could put on like something like Scumfest, and it literally could be just us.
Yeah, I mean,
Literally,
just all
like,
of our
you have-
shit.
Yeah,
all
you
of
have
our
a
shit
show
in
of all
one
of our
show.
side projects.
Like literally,
That would
this-
be tight. I mean,
it would be exhausting as
like
fuck.
we also wanted to bring other people on too, like that wanted to be under that label eventually, like soon, like later on, if
That's awesome.
if that happens, like
Yeah.
it's because if they pay us to be like on our label, it's like it also helps them instead of them being released by themselves.
Yeah.
Because if they're under this name that's bigger, then they can also get like known
exactly.
more than
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of like we don't have as much clout right now, but it's like we're out there a little bit, and we have a few listens, so it's like, well, this person upcoming doesn't have anything yet. They're just starting. Well, if they want to, they can help us out. We can release it under our band name and be like, Forsaken Scum presents this new person.
Oh yeah.
And get them listeners that we have, but be like, oh, this new person, let's check this person out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like treating it as a label, but not necessarily a label.
presents Aaron.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly. That's what AZ local shows become. That's why how I financially benefit from it. When I do those React videos, I do charge for them. So it's like a whole thing that I do. But yeah, because I've built up a
Oh yeah,
platform,
you reacted by Charlie the crocodile video.
Yeah.
Wait, oh my god, you did that? That's fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
Aaron watched that, and I saw that, and I was
Oh,
like, this
yeah.
guy does not understand what the fuck that was all about.
Yeah. That was in the beginning when I was first doing it. So that was just for fun. But that was like at the beginning of COVID when I was like first figuring shit out like that. But dude, it's so easy to do those green screen shits, dude. I could show you how to do it on your phone tonight, dude. It's fucking nuts.
That'd be actually really cool
It's
when we're
fucking
done
nuts
here.
how easy that shit is. I mean, especially with these white walls, you could do it so like it's crazy.
Damn.
So
What do you-
technology's like, bro. Hey, any sexy ladies out there ready to get titillated?
Is that what you say? Is that how you got your girl?
Yeah, I was like, you.
I choose you.
Did you just like Soldier Boy?
That's the one I'm gonna order. Yeah, that's what I told the mistress that I bought her from. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Amazon?
It was primed over. 1 day shipping. Free returns.
Yeah. So
If only
yeah.
girlfriends work that way. Could just
Yeah.
do free returns. And
Do y'all have some you have a significant other?
Yeah.
Do y'all
What's that?
have some significant others?
I do not now. No.
No.
Corey.
Me and Corey are single boys, and we were
Do you
thinking
remember
about...
I took Corey's question on the streets there. Remember we did is it hard dating a musician? Yeah, it was great. It was such a good question. I surveyed a bunch of people at shows. I asked them, is it hard dating musicians? Because I think it is. You know, we're terrible
Absolutely,
people.
yeah.
We're really terrible people. Like, you know, we're one way and then we're another way one day, and pretty bipolar in a lot of senses.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, I think creative people in a lot of senses, but it's just how it is.
Elaborate a little bit more, because I honestly don't remember my answer.
You were saying something about, you know, you gave a really great answer. You were talking about, you know, a date night could become a show night. You know, when shows were prevalent, you know, that's totally what it is. You know, you could randomly one week just like get a show opportunity, like, oh, I gotta play this show this Saturday. I know we had something going on.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
I would totally really rather play this show, and it's really important to my band. And a lot of people don't fucking understand that, because there's 3 or 4 people that come to see the band.
On the nose. On
Yeah.
the fucking nose. That is honestly fucking true.
And
because-
you know, in a lot of ways, it is selfish. But at the time, you know, at the point in time you're in it, it doesn't, because you feel like, you know, you're going to get something more out of it, and you hope to get something more of it.
It
obviously.
depends on how you make it, though. You can make it selfish, or you can make it you living for yourself. Like,
Exactly.
you know?
That's what the point I'm trying to make. You know,
And
it
it's-
could be this bigger thing in the end that you're hoping to get out of it. It's the same thing with AZ Local Show. Sometimes I have to take a break from it and just focus on my fiance, but at the same time, it is something that sort of benefits, you know, because I can make money off of it.
Oh, exactly.
Honestly, Aaron kind of like influenced me with like how he was doing those interviews back then. That's why I did that coffee rush thing too, because I saw him doing that shit, and I'm like, well, I can do that too. I love talking to people.
Nice.
And it's like the difference was he was actually filming it and knew what the fuck he was doing, while
Yeah.
I was just going up and like.
You know, and I've always made that kind of joke about myself that, you know, anybody can do this. I was just vain enough to film it. You know, that's
Well, you'd think, but there's a lot of people that can't because they don't know how to interact with people.
yeah,
and
and,
it's-
that's true. Yeah, and that is true. Especially nowadays, there's a real social, you know, kinda
Absolutely.
block with a
they
lot of
they get
people.
scared of like, oh, I wonder how they're gonna respond. But I always think like, what's the worst they're gonna say? Like they're just
Yeah.
gonna reject it. Like what's
Exactly.
the worst?
But there's honestly something about cameras and mics and recordings that it's just, there's something about it that really brings out something in
Makes
people.
you flip your hair back, you know?
Yeah, you know, when you tell people something, you know, and like by the time I was like really into AZ Local Show and like doing a quote unquote season 2, you know,
Yeah.
of it, I was that deep into episodes. I had made cards, so that was like something that made it official. You know, I'd give them to people and be like, "I got the show going on. Do you want to like answer a couple of questions?" And it really like brought life out of people. So like, it is what it is. I think with a lot of people that are trying to get into it is they see the end and they get intimidated. So it's like you have to be able to like just build it, you know, like this. You know, you guys are doing this right now, and it could be something really fucking huge in the end, and you just got to be willing to like, you know, try it out, make mistakes.
Yeah, I wanted to be on that game show thing that you were doing.
Dude, I love those. Dude, I love playing the
Shit
games
seemed
with people.
fun.
Well, that's the other thing cool about doing those with bands is like it catches them off guard. You know,
Yeah.
doing the games.
I also wanted to be on one of your skits too. You like that one you did with Anthony.
Yeah, with the bleh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I would love to do a skit. I love doing skits. They're so fun.
Dude, yeah, it's the future. People need to do sketches.
That's the thing about Bishop. Like Bishop's super into that stuff, and he has a lot of experience with it. And like I have some with it too with him, but it was never planned out like sketches and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It
we're
was always-
naturally funny.
Yeah, I mean, it was like one day we're doing something stupid. He's like, "Pull out your phone real quick. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna record this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
You gotta,
have some
you
stupid
gotta.
videos.
That's what I tell people. You gotta meme your band. You gotta meme
Yeah,
your band,
they-
bro. Like
we
that's
already-
way-
Bro, we are a fucking
Like I
meme.
told you,
Yeah.
I was gonna.
We're a meme label.
We can
I was gonna
literally
save
post a video camera and just record our days, cause like
I was gonna
our
tell you
entire
about
day
that duct
here-
tape experience.
Oh, you dude, please
Oh, yeah,
tell
well,
it,
so
tell it.
Why I'm saying like what he just said, why there should be cameras set in this house is because like even when off camera, like it's fucking stupid. Like me and the landlord here, good old Thomas. Me and him were drunk, and I started getting some packaging tape, and he was trying to tap my balls, and I was trying to like get his, and all of a sudden I got this packaging tape and started wrapping it around us, and I was like wrapping, and he was helping, and then all of a sudden Corey was over there. And then somehow he got sucked into it, and we started wrapping it around him too.
No, Thomas started wrapping it
Oh.
around me. I was like, "Here, let me help you guys." And then Thomas was like, "No, Corey, join." I was like,
Yeah.
"No."
It turned into some real gay shit, and we started like coming up the stairs because I wanted to see if we could all go up the stairs together as like a Triforce. So we all started coming up, and all of a sudden we ended up in the room. And then we fell over on the bed. Your girlfriend, Angela, turned off the lights, closed the door, and that was the most scared I've ever been.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that
being
was
duct
fucking-
taped to, like, two other guys in the dark is, like, the scariest thing.
We literally
Yeah.
could not
Anything
get out
It was
anything could
awful.
happen.
until I was able to like finesse my way out, and I had to like rip myself. Well, I didn't even rip myself out. I had to like squeeze myself out.
I was...
And then basically, like, they were like, get a knife. And I'm like, all right. I turn the lights on. I run out, go grab my knife, come back, and then they're just like scared as shit because they're both drunk. You know,
Yeah, because I don't know what I don't trust him. He's gonna, like, do some gay shit.
with a knife?
No, well, you're gonna kill me.
No, man.
Dude, can't say gay shit. This is 2021.
Oh, sorry.
Gay people, do you want to come in here?
Yeah, all of the gay people, do you want to come up and defend yourselves?
Oh, this house would fucking burn down.
Yeah, this
Dude,
this place.
I gotta pee. Can I just sneak off and pee?
Yeah, go for it. I'll
Just pee
stop.
your pants, dude.
No, you just pee on Eddie.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this lovely episode of SKUMCAST. Be sure to stay tuned for our next episode, as well as like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all of our content. Thank you for listening, you scumbags.